Hello and welcome to the TSG Multimedia podcast for April 2018. I'm John. We're sponsored in part by Podomatic and John's Easy Weight Calculator. First things first, I'm going to run a very short but very important survey on my website, tsgmultimedia.com, starting on Tax Day, April 15th. Visit the website, tsgmultimedia.com, and take the survey, and I'll be giving away a bunch of videos on a random drawing. So anyone who takes the survey will be entered for that. It'll be a super short, like maybe 5 questions that should take less than a minute or two to answer. And it's probably going to be the easiest survey you've ever taken. And I'm going to give away 1 DVD to 3 random respondents and a grand prize of 5 DVDs to 1 lucky person. And I'll even pay for the shipping. So again, it's going to be on my website, tsgmultimedia.com, starting on April 15th, and I promise it's completely tax-free. So here's what I've been up to. Oh, quick note, congratulations to Tim from Roseburg, Oregon. He won the Brightech magnifying lamp last month. Congratulations, Tim, and hope you enjoy the lamp. March was another really busy month. During the first full week of March, my friend John Wiley went to Seattle for something called SOUNDRAIL. SOUNDRAIL is a regional OPSIG event that people come to from all over to tour and operate on various layouts in the area. I mention it because while he was there, John took some great video and photos of the layouts that he visited for open houses or op sessions. I edited a 4-part series of 5 to 10 minute programs featuring those layouts, and here's the cool part. One of these 4 specials will come out on each remaining Sunday of April. So the first one comes out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Then the second one will be out next Sunday at 9, and so on. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. for a little bonus content, and every Sunday the rest of the month. Should be really good. I went to a soldering party on March 15th at the South Bay Historical Railroad Society. What's a soldering party? Well, about half a dozen guys basically had an assembly line, and we soldered switches and LEDs for a switch panel that's going to be installed on the N-scale layout in the near future. It was a lot of fun to hang out, and I got a lot of practice soldering. Next time I turn on the iron at home, it'll be a lot better because I have more practice, and I'll be a lot more confident with it too. And that's what I call a win-win. There was an operations session on Jack Burgess's Yosemite Valley HO scale layout on March 17th. This layout can accommodate a 4-person crew, and that's what it was. I didn't participate as an operator, but I was invited to document the session. I'm working on that program this month, and I'll update you when I have it closer to being done, as it will undoubtedly end up as a featured program on the channel sometime in the near future. On March 24th, I filmed for another layout tour of another very well-known layout. This time it was Jim Vail's Glenwood and Black Creek HO scale narrow gauge layout. Jim went to the Great Caboose in the Sky recently, and I'm very fortunate to know some of Jim's good friends who were gracious enough to operate some trains on the layout one last time so it could be documented for posterity. This layout tour will come out sometime this summer. My iPhone created this short video about the layout tour, and this is what iPhone calls a memory. If you have an iPhone, you probably know what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at what the iPhone thought of this filming session. Last Saturday, I went to the Western Railway Museum for a special small group excursion with some friends from the South Bay Historical Railroad Society. Amazingly, I took very little video at this event. Instead, I was trying to enjoy myself rather than being the 24/7 camera guy that I usually am. So I took some video with my phone, and I did take one video with my pro camera that I'll share with you a little bit later in the program. In the meantime, I did piece together this montage with some photos and some video of the experience from the phone that I talked about a second ago. So let's take a look at that. I told you last month that the variety would start to show in March, and I hope you're not disappointed. I continue to make plans for a lot more projects with people and places you haven't seen on the channel. Many are model related and many are prototype related, so stay tuned. I'd like to take a moment and talk to you about the bell icon on YouTube. Look down toward the bottom right corner of this video and you should see a little bell icon down there. If you click that bell icon, you'll be notified anytime there's a new video on the channel or anytime I broadcast live. It's a great way if you don't want to miss anything. Just stay tuned. Since I run the channel on a pretty regular schedule, you might, figure clicking the bell doesn't matter, but you might miss a podcast or an unscheduled program that I didn't talk about, or maybe I didn't know. Maybe something was too good to pass up, so I posted anyway. So I want to talk also about Channel 2. It's now well over 730 subscribers, and there's less than 270 more now to get to the magic number of 1,000. Thanks for helping me out with that, and I really want to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers because I intend to publish more sort of non-train related stuff to that features places, mostly in the Bay Area, that are cool to visit for a day trip, or more product reviews and game reviews, life hacks and how-to videos. Thanks again to everyone who visited and subscribed, and if you haven't done so yet, please check it out. I hope you'll enjoy the content that I have put up there, and like I've said before, if you subscribe to that channel, it'll help me get back to the advanced features and monetization that YouTube took away recently, earlier this year. So thanks again. You know who you are who have already gone there, and I'll thank everybody else ahead of time who hasn't gone but will soon. So let's take a look at the viewer poll results from last month. The question was, which DCC system do you like? Digitrax got 33% of the vote, Lens got 0%, MRC got 8%, NCE got 38%, and Other got 18%. I'd have to say that there probably aren't a lot of surprises in the results from that poll. It's pretty much what I expected to see, although I am a little surprised that no one voted for Lens at all. Anyway, let's talk about some upcoming events. Today and tomorrow, the South Bay Historical Railroad Society is having their open house and train show. You can see all kinds of awesome railroading artifacts in a historic building, and they also have the interlocking tower open for public tours. That alone is worth the visit. The SBHRS has a huge selection of models, books, and other stuff, coffee mugs, whatever, that they sell there to raise funds for their historical preservation projects. And then, of course, there's the model layouts. They have a pretty large HO scale layout and also an N scale layout there. And they're going to have lots of really neat trains running on them. It's one of these things they do twice a year, and they really prepare a lot for it. So it's worth going to. It's today and tomorrow, 10 to 5 today, 10 to 4 tomorrow. I mentioned that I took one video with a pro camera at the Western Railway Museum last weekend. It was for a special event that they're running throughout the month of April. Check this out.
So every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday throughout the month of April, April 4th through 29th, we'll be operating our scenic limited excursion trains here at the Western Railway Museum. We'll be operating them from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And this is a 45 to an hour long ride through Solano County on 6 miles of the old Sacramento Northern Railway. In the parlor car, should you choose to purchase those tickets, we'll be serving complimentary cookies and lemonade. So please call ahead at 707-374-2978 or visit our website at www.wrm.org for more information on this event. It's a must-see.
And I can tell you from just having been there last weekend, that area is really nice with the springtime green and the historic equipment. It's a really cool experience. I have 3 events to share with you on the weekend of April 28th and 29th. This is one of those weekends where a lot of things are happening. The SNA Silent Film Museum in historic downtown Niles in Fremont is hosting something that they call Locomotion Picture Days. So what this is an entire weekend of train movies that are being shown for several of the railroad historic and model railroad groups in the Bay Area. Sunday is a regular operating day for the Niles Canyon Railway too, so they'll be running trains up and down the canyon to and from Niles and between Niles and Sunol. The Edison Theater, which is where the SNA Museum is at 37417 Niles Boulevard and you can call 510-494-1411 for more information on that event. In Antioch, same weekend, Black Diamond Lines has their open house and train show from 10 to 4. So again, April 28th and 29th, they're at 425 Fulton Shipyard Road in Antioch. You can go to their website, www.blackdiamondlines.com, for more information on their event. So another open house is happening at the CMRS this same weekend, April 28th and 29th. They're at 645 Loring Avenue in Crockett. You could make a day of it and check out Black Diamond and then go to Crockett, or vice versa. They aren't very far away from each other, so it's easy enough to do. You can get more information on the Crockett open house by going to cmrstrainclub.org. I'm going to be making a trip to the Placerville and Sacramento Valley Railroad later this month to tour and learn more about their operations. I'm going to be documenting this experience for an upcoming video about the P&SV, so stay tuned for that. Should be fun. I have a lot of sort of behind the scenes stuff lined up there. I'm also going to be attending the Sierra Historical Seminar as part of the pre-production process for a Blu-ray project. That's going to be about the history of the Sierra Railroad, and I'm working on this in conjunction with the California State Parks Department and the Sierra Historical Society. This should be a really great video, and I'm sure I'll be sharing more information on its progress as the process takes its course. I'm really excited about this one because I haven't put out a DVD like this in a while. It's funny, every month I think things aren't going to be busy, like I'm going to have a chance to take it easy a little bit, and then I start to worry about having enough content to keep the channel interesting. But I mean, it's totally unnecessary. There's no shortage of content. Even when I start to think I want to take a breather, and April is going to be another jam-packed month of activity and content producing events, so I won't be resting much. Maybe next month. Yeah, right. And now for some upcoming programs. On April 8th, part 1 of SOUNDRAIL. That's that program I told you about that's coming out every Sunday. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time, it's the introductory episode of the SOUNDRAIL. It's called WILEY'S Wanderings. You'll like it. Watch it and let me know what you think. On April 14th, we have a layout tour. It's the WILLOUGHBY lines with Guy Cantwell. This is another one of these masterpiece level layouts that you may have heard about. It's HO scale and it's proto-lanced, and it represents areas in and around the Sierra foothills of California. Guy's another modeler whose dedication is really apparent when you look at his work close up. You won't want to miss this one. It's really great. April 15th, the second episode of WILEY'S Wanderings. That's the SOUNDRAIL thing, and it's presented tax-free. Also, don't forget to take the survey on the website, tsgmultimedia.com, on April 15th. I may even put out a little reminder video so that you don't forget to do that. April 21st, which is Saturday, we have another episode of John's Models. In this episode, I'm going to add DCC and Sound into an HO scale MP15 DC by Atlas. That Sunday, April 22nd, once again, SOUNDRAIL, WILEY'S Wanderings, Part 3. On April 28th, it's the fourth Saturday, so it should be Model Railroading 101. I have a special program. It's a special episode with Jack Burgess. This is a spin-off series of Model Railroading 101 that will cover a little more than just basics. So it's not called Model Railroading 101, but instead it's called Model Railroading with Jack Burgess. In this inaugural episode, Jack talks about his approach to staying organized so you can make the most of your modeling time. There are more episodes already in pre-production, many of which are based on the concepts that Jack has been presenting in his popular modeling clinics for years. He's been speaking at conventions for decades now, so this kind of program is likely to appear on the fourth Saturday for the foreseeable future. You might as well hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss anything, or better yet, hit that little bell icon I was talking about. On April 29th, the conclusion of the SOUNDRAIL series with John Wiley will be out. So, really excited about WILEY'S Wanderings. It's something that wasn't really planned, but it happened and it seems really good. The poll for this month has to do with layouts. I'd like to know, do you prefer a club layout or a private layout? And the answers are pretty self-explanatory. Club, private, or of course, other. What would a poll be without other? Before I go, I want to tell you how pleased I've been with the public reception of my first ever op session video that came out last month. Because of the interest that video is getting, I'm going to be on the lookout for more op sessions that I can run at so I can do another video about it, a lot like the one that came out last month. The popularity of last month's layout tour was also overwhelming. That was Jim Diaz, Western Pacific. And also the popularity of the interview with the YV Brakeman that just came out last weekend. It's been very popular. I said last month that I want to look for more opportunities for programs like that. So if you know anyone who would be a good subject for such a program, let me know. I also have a DCC installation video in the works. So remember I mentioned a few times in the past about an Atlas N-Scale SD24. What I didn't mention is that I had a little trouble and a learning experience with that one. So I keep thinking it'll come out next month. Then every time I'm managing the production schedule, it gets bumped by something else that I think is going to be even better. It will come out eventually, though. I'm determined to make that happen because I finally got the thing working the way I want it to, and I want to share it. I have one more reminder about the survey on tax day because it's really important to me. So please, on April 15th, visit the website, tsgmultimedia.com, take the survey. I promise it'll be a super short survey. It'll take probably less than 2 minutes. And there's going to be a random drawing to give away a bunch of DVDs, including a grand drawing for 5 DVDs. And I'll even pay for the shipping to deliver them to you. Anyway, I think that covers pretty much everything I wanted to talk about this month. So thanks again for sticking with me here and helping out with Channel 2. It's onward and upward, and I'll see you next time.